Erode in Tamil Nadu, not very far from here, is one of the hotter districts of the state. I have with me now the coolest person from that district, Satish Kumar. He's made Erode hotter now with his products, and it's an amazing story of entrepreneurship, persistence, resilience, and great success at the end of it all. I first met Satish 3 years ago when I visited his plant, and it was mind-blowing. I went there thinking of a normal plant with milk and a lot of dairy products lying all around. What I saw was a completely state-of-the-art spick and span plant, maintained to perfection, and a plant that at that time was processing about 1 million liters of milk. Think about it, 1 million liters of milk a day. And, he was already employing about 1,200 people, and Erode is not one of the better developed districts of Tamil Nadu, so he was providing massive employment. And he right now supports 60,000 dairy farmers in and around that region, which is, again, a great initiative for that district. But more interesting than all that is the product that pitched him to where he is now, Paneer. I don't know how many Tamil-speaking people are here, but when I was growing up, Paneer meant Paneer soda, right? None of us in the South had heard of Paneer, the Paneer that we use in our dishes. He popularized it in a region where Paneer was unknown, and built his empire on that, to the extent today it's a 2,500 crore company, and he runs a 1.67 million square feet plant, and he's shortly headed for an IPO as well, which will hopefully happen in the next few weeks. Satish, let me start by asking you, how did you think of Paneer as a product at a time when it was largely unknown in the regional cuisine in South India?
Good evening to all. 35 years before, when I was traveling in the truck as a 15 years old boy with not much ambition at the time, that is almost, I'm 15 years old at the time. So we are into farming is our background. We are, my father, my tradition, everyone is in the farming. So my father is doing very small milk business, trading business. At the time, I am very curious to come and see Bangalore city. That is in 1991. And then at the time itself, I have the fire, something I want to do from unorganized to organized way. Most of the people doesn't know earlier days. Bangalore is a big market for the unorganized milk market for Erode dairy companies. At the time, almost 40 dairies were there, small mini dairies, which is very, very unorganized. At the time, Erode, one point of time, Erode is the worst quality milk, is a very, of course, there is a situation at the time, and everyone is talking about Erode milk, a lot of adulteration, all these things are there. And then from the day one, I want to be very much unorganized. We want to make the flag hoisting of good quality milk coming from Erode. I would say proudly today, we are the largest manufacturer of paneer in the country. We are the largest manufacturer of yogurt in the country. We are the second or third manufacturing cheese in the country. So this kind of thing which we made it from Erode, and it's we gone with globally the best technology. We are not looking as big dairy companies as our competitor. We ourselves looking as a competitor. We want to make the globally the best technology. Today, ours is the largest plant in the country with a fully automated paneer plant. See, today here a lot of MSME entrepreneurs are here. But one of the things I should say, what kind of risk we are taking, I have taken in my entrepreneur journey. Because today everyone is talking about valuation, rosy, because we are in the IPO, everyone is asking why you are investing so much, what is the intention behind it, all the things. See, I'm into 35 years into the business. I know the business more than anybody who is, those who are analyst or the financial background. More than them, I am into that business because we know today if I am not running the business tomorrow, my company, my brand name is not with me. But we took wholeheartedly borrowing the money. In 2013, we borrowed almost in 2016 we borrowed almost 500 crore from all the nationalized banks. But at the time my top line is only 200 crore. When I am doing 200 crore is my top line and 20 crore is my debt, I am raising the capital 480 crore through all nationalized banks. This is a highly leveraged dairy company because the whole project is an interdependency of the project, what we are going for, each and every automation level we are going for. And today the debt of 1,500 crore, now we repaid 300 crore and 1,300 crore is my debt. Today also people are asking why highly leveraged and why this much investment is happening. See, most of the time entrepreneurs are underestimating India. Is an enormous opportunity because we are not running a software company or a high growth company without the investment. We are running a company is a very, very dynamic dairy industry. We need to procure 80,000 farmers, is 100% cold chain. Any small quality complaint also we are responsible. We cannot say my employees did all these things, we cannot say. But today it is a highly challenging environment and also it's a highly dynamic business. In that, we set a benchmark. This is the benchmark we need to reach at the greater heights. Today, most of the time people thought, those who are in the food industry or any other industry also thought any cheap product will work. It is not at all. In my experience, it will not work in the Indian market. It should be a premium, very affordable price, and the quality is the superb, ultra modern quality. Because day before yesterday, I finalized one of the high-speed machine for yogurt filling machine. This is the first in Germany. This speed it's not there, but they are designing for a very purposefully. They are only for us. They are designing that machine is a very high-speed machine. Even in the Europe, that kind of speed is not there. So today, people are thinking something different. Why? Because India means when that engineer is first time coming to India, he thought India means very small. And when we visited our plant, then totally he got something. The very next day is completely the language is changed. And we are going for a very high speed capacity. We don't look for any machine we finalize. We don't look for anything addition, deletion. We don't do. The high quality machine, it's almost like pharma grade machine we go. See, that kind of quality today, everyone is look in the Indian market, in every industry. And if you ask me, I'm a very, very conservative person. When it comes to my business, I don't care about the investment, which is the right technology. I close my eyes and invest in the business. That too, we are not a cash-rich company, and we are borrowing the money and investing on this. But today also, investors all asking the same question. I'm really surprised to see you are asking why your ROC this much. Everyone is asking the same question. But from low base also, from high base also, we are growing 30-40%. This year, in the high base, we are growing the target of more than 50%. It is not an easy job in the consumer business, that too in the complicated business of dairy, collecting milk from farmers and also cold chain. This is a very successfully we are doing.
Would you want to share this delightful story of how you first stumbled on making paneer when your father was out yes. And how you were ticked off by your father when you were just still a schoolboy?
So when I was very, very young at the time, I'm very curious on making something different. Particularly, Selling the milk is a milk, anybody can do, but we don't get that kind of encouragements, that kind of this thing in the market. So why don't we look for something different in the market? So I started making small layer of paneer. Those days in 1993, you know, only a few hotels, only restaurants are there, Binson Manor or Holiday Inn or 2-3 star hotels are there. To supply to them, one of my vendor asked for some quality paneer. So without anything, I making paneer in a 5 kg, 10 kg like that. That is the inspiration I got my own without having anything. I made it own. Today, I used to tell that kind of passion I have in my business. More than what I'm making money. That is the passion till now. That excitement I have in my business. See, that is sometimes some of the interviews also it said, I will talk to paneer and milk. That is kind of attachment I have.
So you are in a very competitive industry, and there's a lot of unorganized players as well within that. And within the organized sector also, there are well-known brands, national, regional, state. So how do you differentiate your product in this kind of a competitive market? Is branding an important part in this?
Sir, one of my competitor, I don't want to mention the name, and I met them, what is your focus? Because we are looking for synergy, why don't you join with us? Then I said, look, Satish, we are not looking for any kind of investment or procuring milk. We don't want to do that. We are only looking for a valuation, that is brand building, that is what. See, that is for 5 years before it's happened. But in our case, if you say in my industry, setting up the good quality milk directly from the farmers, and then processing by our own with globally the best technology, and then supply chain management, and then it's a last is the branding. So these are all the things. We cannot outsource anything. We have to make our own, because most of the time we try to outsource, because when we go for investor, why don't you outsource this? Why don't you outsource this? It is my practical knowledge, 100% it won't be possible, because I burned my fingers and we go with our own manufacturing. That is kind of investment we made.
So while talking of brand, how did you stumble upon this name called Milky Mist, and what was the story behind that branding itself?
So those days we don't have the internet. In 1995 to 97, in that period we are supplying to Foodworld supermarket. One merchandiser, purchase manager, she's name called Sri Devi, she's from Tamil Nadu. She asked me, without brand, I cannot sell your brand. I sell your paneer. Then I don't know what is brand. Then I gone to with the help with somebody. Well, I gone to browsing center. What name to give? At the time, so I selected 10-15 names out of those days. Google is not there. There's a Yahoo search engine will be there. We got 10-15 names. Out of 10-15 names, we selected Milky Mist. In that, we given the Milky Mist brand. The thing is, sir, at the time, branding is not important. Promoting paneer in South India is a big challenging one. As you mentioned, those days, it's a tradition. Paneer means it's a scent, which is when we are going to any occasion, they spray. So this almost, I used to define into 3 decades. First, 10 years is my survival. That is 91 to 2000. And then 2000 to 2010, I'm struggling to get the technology. And then 2010 onwards, first time I traveled to Germany, then I saw the world, how the cheese manufacturing is happening. So accordingly, we got that technology. See, that's how we made it.
So talking of technology itself, you're big on that. I saw in your plant that most of the machines are imported from Germany and other places. And you also, I know, travel extensively to all these dairy producing countries, New Zealand, Australia, Switzerland, to learn from them. Now, how important do you think is technology in your journey as a dairy entrepreneur?
Sir, our dairy industry, particularly into product manufacturing, we need the high quality machine. As I mentioned, this is globally, we need the best technology. We gone for industry 4 automation, each and every process. Today, apart from other industries, we need to reduce the manpower inside the plant. How much even our thumb rule is today at minimum 1 people, 2 people to reducing in the critical process area. We spend 5 to 7 crore. Thumb rule, we are that much people we are reducing. Only 2 people we spend almost 5 to 7 crore. That much criticality is important for us. Example, they are wearing the gloves, all the things. Just they swab it and touch the product. Also, it's a normal thing. So these are the things we want. High level of automation. We go for each and inside the production hall. We don't allow any people. So that is the level of automation which I showed in the AV presentation also. That is the level we are going for automation. It is like a pharma industry. It is no more like a dairy industry. Each and every equipment we finalize, it's a pharma grade equipment. So that kind of hygiene practices we want to bring. And moreover, we are exporting 24 countries. Each and every country, if you take Qatar, one standard will be there. Oman, one standard will be there. Dubai, one standard will be there. So whatever the standard is there, we are implementing in India in our Milky Mist facility today.
So I think if you are not to be classified as a dairy company, you will probably be called a transport company, because you own a fleet of trucks, reefer trucks, which transport your products. And I think you own the entire cold chain, yes, from the factory to the vesicular at the dealers, at the shopkeeper's end. Now, how important is ownership of cold chain technology? Because it's also a capital intensive exercise.
Yes. Sir, as I mentioned, there's a dairy milk, collecting the milk directly from the farmers and then processing our own, and then cold chain distribution. This is farm to fork. Everything is in our hand. We cannot say something goes in the cold chain, something goes wrong. We cannot blame my transporter did a mistake. I cannot do. So we faced in my journey, a lot of these kind of problems we faced, and then it is a painful job, and then now we made it very successful. And average today transportation cost is 10%. It's average in the industry about 12%, I think, approximately. I'm telling. We are almost 6%. We are operating our transport cost. So that is the level of automation, digitalization. We did it in the transportation. So we are not only a dairy company. We are also a logistic. Successfully, we are running that.
So a logistics and transport company, yes, as well, apart from dairy.
Yes.
So, you're also big on green. I think you use a lot of green energy, and some of your vehicles are green vehicles in the plant.
Yeah.
So how does it help your business, or is it just a social?
So when we started the Greenfield in 2017 itself, I made my mind, apart from the ESG, today everyone is talking ESG. At that time, I don't know the meaning of ESG, but I made my mind whatever energy I consume in my dairy plant, and it should come from the green energy. That's how we started with the 4 megawatt. Today we are having up and running 35 megawatt, and 10 megawatt we are adding by next month end, and we have 2 megawatt of solar, so totally 45 megawatt of power we generate from green energy. And moreover, this West Asia war, it made me more thinkable how much this energy crisis is coming. So recently we ordered 5 megawatt of BESS system, battery energy storage system. In my plant, on the roof, we are adding 2 megawatt, and which is connected to the BESS, and we are storing the 5 megawatt. And in the evening peak hour, 6 to 10, we will give it to the plant for the production. And same way, we are going to finalize additional 10 megawatt of BESS system. Again, this is also we are going for because today energy is a big subject. We are also part of. We also want to participate the national security. These are the things we are doing this.
So, as a very fast growing company that is also aggressive, capital requirements are very huge. Now, capital allocation pressures are always there to put it only in the mainstream business. Whereas you just spoke about BESS and 2 megawatts solar capacity and 45 megawatts from green capacity. So, a lot of money has gone into this. Does it make economic sense, business sense for you as well to invest this kind of money?
Sir, actually, in our industry, we need quality power. We keep on adding the power requirement, 10 megawatt, 20 megawatt, 30 megawatt like that. And we also need any small 10 minutes or 5 minutes the power shutdown also. We are not afford to get the power shutdown. So we need some kind of these kind of things instead of generator. If you take diesel generator, we are keep on adding by stages, but that will not add any value because monthly once or twice only we run that for a very short period, but it will not make any sense. That's so it is a part of our requirement. We are adding that.
There are a lot of entrepreneurs here who may want to learn from you on the trail that you passed through. You know how difficult it was to go sell your idea to a banker, get the first loan, and then convince him to lend you more as you grew. Would you want to share your thoughts on that?
Yes. Sir, as I mentioned earlier, with a 20 crore to 480 crore borrowing the loan from the banks, it is very, very difficult. But at the same time, the good part is we did all the transaction in the company, very straightforward, and most of the time, sometimes we keep two balance sheet and some profit we take out from the business, but it is not like that. Everything we make it the transaction very clear in our books, and then show that I can show the profit and I can show the growth of the company from day one. Today, with that, we are able to get the bank loan because we cannot influence any banker to get the loan. It's everything is genuinely we borrowed from the banks, and from the beginning itself, when we are in the small business itself, we should make our transaction very much clear to the bankers.
Was your location in Erode ever a disadvantage because businesses generally prefer staying in large cities or metros where there is a lot of availability of talent and other resources? Was it ever a plus or a minus for you?
So sometimes earlier, most of the investors, when they are meeting us, when we are planning to raise the private equity at the time, they come, you should have the corporate office in Bengaluru, you should have the corporate office in Mumbai, or all these things they will tell. Today, what we are thinking, without any corporate office, anything is there. Whatever my production is happening, I am sitting on the top. That means my office is above that. Why the banker given the loan to me, 1,700 crore, not for lavish spending or not for to show off anything? Because everything, my brand, my business, with all the growth we are showing. So it is happening there. I'm investing on 2,500 crore sitting on somewhere. My business is a very dynamic business. We should hands-on into the business. My business is, it is not like any profession can run the business. It is, you should have complete focus and hands-on into the business, only able to run. So I always give the priority to sit there every day monitoring each and every process, every operation, and that is need of our requirement. So we always look for, and moreover, I am creating a regional corporate. See, today from my home to my factory, only 12 minutes. 99.9%, that is a 365 days I reach like that. Evening also 12 minutes. Anybody in Bangalore can tell I can reach within 10 minutes to 2 minutes. It is not possible because our quality, time, and where I am getting milk. I am getting milk directly from farmers surrounding areas. So my employees also we don't get the talents from outside, from far away. We get the talents very nearby. We are creating an ecosystem. Nearby villages can come. No need to go travel to city and stay and with the struggle in the traffic. It is not there. Everything we want to have a regional corporate in Perundurai, my place. I am creating that. I am proud of it.
That's nice. Very nice to hear. I also believe that you employ predominantly women in your plant. Yes. Is that again out of necessity because of workforce considerations that is strict, or is it your way of giving back to society?
Sir, the part of automation, one is hygiene standard, and another hygiene standard is some areas, critical areas, women cannot work because always we need to depend on only men. For that purpose, we gone for the high level of automation to get the women. We have arrangement to bring them to our facility and back to the home. We can do that. But for that, each and every area, every machine we go with, we will not go with a high lifting of anything, and then very light work because we need some manpower there. But that manpower should come not with the more men's. We are going prefer to go for women. So women employment in my surrounding area with good salary, we are focusing on that.
So you are already the third largest cheese manufacturer in the country. You hold almost 18% market share in organized paneer in the country. What is your next barrier to crack? You are clear you don't want to sell milk. You'll sell only value-added products. So what will be the next barrier for you?
Barrier means your challenge.
Next aim, to take Milky Mist to the next level.
Yes. Sir, if you ask me who is your competitor in paneer, I always used to tell meat and chicken is my competitor, not Amul, not Nandini, not Avin. So that is the way I am looking for as a competition. And also, India is a very big market and a lot of unbranded, unpackaged, and you can see today everywhere the adulteration in most of the products is happening. So in that, we want to be in that market, we are looking for, this is a very big market from unorganized and affordable price, because when you make paneer home or paneer unorganized small way, you cannot utilize the whey. Whereas we have the whey powder plant, and we use whatever the whey, we will not let it out. We want to use it. So another thing, when it coming to the whey, today, if you take our challenging thing is not only dairy, managing the wastewater is a big challenge for us, which no industry will not talk about that industry about this, but we are managing the water. We are almost 2 million liters of water we are converting into potable water today, and by August 15th, we are having the additional 2.5 million liters of water we are converting into potable water. This is the standard we are bringing in Indian dairy industry, which no dairy company is doing that.
Excellent. So I'll now open up to the floor for questions, if you have any questions for Satish.
So, good evening, Satish. My name is Srinivasan. In the age of precision fermentation, what do you see the dairy farm going in the next 5 to 10 years?
Sorry, in the age of?
In the age of precision fermentation.
Sir, dairy farming from small farmers, marginal farmers, now it's shifting to big dairy farms. Recent days, last 2 years, we are working with the farmers, working with the farmers with the big farms. So like Europe, we want to create a small, from marginal farmers, small 5 cattle, 10 cows, we want to make them big 50 animals in the small farm. And we are making today silage because everything they are looking for a cattle feed. And we are converting them, preparation of silage in their complete system. We make their ecosystem, they can able to self-sustain without getting much help from outside. So that's what we are doing today.
Hello all, I am Dinesh. I am also representing from the same region where our founder is there, Erode district. I am representing Alpha Infotech, simple digital solution growing for businesses. The question is, if you are starting the Milky Mist from scratch in 2026, with today's technologies like AI, automation, e-commerce and digital marketing, what would you differently, which technology would you adopt from the one, and give us the MSME Growth Conclave advice to improve on those?
See, actually, earlier when I started in 1991, without anything, we created everything. Today, it is a very, very easy for us to adapt so many latest technologies. We can able to do far better than what we are created so far. You know, each and everything we make from the scratch we need to create. Today, it is just like that, within a second we'll get all the technologies. Today it's possible. Then we can get the technology, and lot many things we are doing today with the AI, and it is very easy possible.
Hello. Yeah, myself Nagaraj from Kasia. Sir, you said you had a surge of investment from small level to the bigger level. Is there a demand created to get an idea or to just for an investment, or as an ad hoc idea you have just started investment to scale up your business?
Sir, actually, you are asking about the investment.
Investment, see, small level of investment, okay, 2 times is okay, 3 times is okay, but from 20 crore you are just invested around 500 crores.
Yeah.
So what has made you to just take the decisions? Is there a surge of demand from the market to just scale up the business?
Sir, obviously it is demand is coming in the market, and it is predominantly it is an unorganized market, and we are adapting a lot of technologies, and then you can see today, earlier days social media is not strong. Today social media is strong for good and bad, both it is happening. So the things are very fastly it's changing, because the consumption pattern also changing. And after COVID, you can see today people are moving healthy product, and I am taking the food is a safe product coming from the good company and good manufacturing facility. So it's a transforming is happening very fast. So that's how we are we are adding a lot of capacities, and we are bringing new technologies. Today, if you talk all over the globe, everyone is talking about the protein. But in 2021 itself, we invested for the ultrafiltration technology for the Skyr and Greek yogurt for that technology. So now the growth is happening in other product also. See, only single product Paneer we cannot survive. We need to have basket of products, allied products, and then related products. So this how first we gone with the allied products. First started with the Paneer and complement to each other one product, and then now related product like ice cream and sweetened condensed milk, and then Skyr and Greek yogurt. That's how we are increasing our capacity. Increasing our product portfolio.
So my name is Ayan Shrivastava, and I am building Sezo. It's India's first real-time P2P AI task marketplace. You know what the question which I do have right now? Almost 80 to 90% of corporate executives, they want to build something, right? But they do not have two resources. I mean two things, which is one resources, time including. And the second is money. My question from you, how exactly you started from 0 to 1, like from ideation stage to literal execution? I mean, what was your journey? So simple, 0 to 1. How did you do that?
Actually, when I started, if you take 97, precisely 97 and all, I started with 1 crore is my top line per annum. And at the time, we don't require that much of fund. See, my point is, whatever the business is growing, I put the money in the same business. I will not take out the business, my equity outside the business. I never do till now. So this is the investment I do. Moreover, I borrow the money from the banks. And today we are going for very soon we are going for IPO. This is how we are raising the capital and we are running this business.
You can interact with them on the sidelines for greater clarity. Thank you, Satish.
Thank you. Sir.
And let me end by wishing you the very best for your IPO.
Thank you.
You started off as a Paneer king.
Yes,
now
sir.
you're on your way to becoming a dairy king. So
Thank
my
you.
best wishes to you, and I'm sure everyone here in this room will join me in wishing you good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check.